We are at a plaza. There's a giant blue curtain hanging high from a concrete structure. We are at ground level, and there's people covering the edges of the frame, some of them holding masks of a giant blue head. It's a news cover of the unveiling of Megamind's statue. We zoom out to reveal we are looking at a screen, one shadowed figure at each side of the giant monitor. Look at them. It's like they've forgotten all the damage he's caused. He only has one confirmed kill, sir. The other guy is the bigger menace. Precisely my point. The man takes a remote control, aims it at the screen, and at the press of a button, the footage changes to a familiar black and white scene. A chubby man wearing a vest carries a big camera outside of an abandoned power plant. He stops suddenly, walks towards a rusted pipe, and is knocked back as if hit by a powerful fist. At the impact, a big flash of light appears and then fades into the man's nose. The footage loops, but now it's 4 different angles of the same scene. You want me to send this, sir? Channel 8. We cut to a Channel 8 helicopter. It's not a conventional vehicle, it's enhanced. Its metallic body painted black, the giant number 8 is made of a thin cyan line. The chopper's flying over a huge urban landscape, Metro City. A brainbot flies away from the inside. It has a camera lens for a head. There's a giant robot carrying a huge copper dome on a cliff at the edge of a huge body of water. We cut to a ground level shot. Another camera brainbot aims at a short-haired brunette. The day we've all been waiting for is here, Metro City. The end of the relentless effort to bring back the glory of our urban paradise comes with a symbolic renovation. The new observatory, dedicated to the memory of Metro Man, is being finished as we speak, led by none other than our new hero, my hero, Megamind. We see a close-up of the robot. Inside is Megamind, half carrying an invisible object, half dancing. At the top of the dome he's carrying, there's a statue of a man with a cape in a heroic stance. The date chosen for this grandiose event isn't random either. Today is the 40th anniversary of the arrival of these magnificent beings to our planet. Megamind wants this symbolic act to embody the respect he and we all had for Metroman, who sadly passed away 3 years ago. For that reason, he'll be giving a statement at the end of the night. I know some of you still don't believe I've changed, but I hope my actions speak louder than my words ever did. I never intended for him to die. To me it was always a game, and I expected to lose every match. But copper? Really? I tried acid, radiation, and copper's what did the trick? It was an accident I'll always regret because deep down, I think I considered him a friend. And I can only hope he considered me his. Sometimes I believe I hear his voice. You brilliantly wicked evil genius, we ran a good race. But that's in the past, and so are my villainy days. And for once, Metrocity has its lowest crime rates ever. That's on me, I suppose, for good and for bad. And now, to further honor the legend, we'll leave you with a compilation of him kicking my blue butt. Megamind leaves the stage as the crowd breaks into applause and roars. Multiple cameras flash. Quite a few people in the front row are crossed-armed and serious. He goes down a set of staircases and meets Roxanne. She smiles at him and nods her head to a place near the cliff. There's a slight distortion in the moonlight in the shape of a car. They arrive at the former evil lair, now his hero lair. Megamind exits the car and slides over the hood to open Roxanne's door. He stretches his hand out to her. She takes it and gets off the car. They lock eyes and kiss. You did great out there. Sometimes I fear it's not enough. You've seen their faces, there's doubt in their eyes. There's none in mine. He smiles, spins her around and hugs her. He's about to go for another, more passionate kiss, but a metallic clang interrupts them. Megamind pulls out his D-gun and spins it. It's set to dehydrate. He puts Roxanne behind his back and aims the gun forward in an exaggerated stance. She's worried. Wait, honey. He lunges at a wall and disappears through a holographic projection. Surprise! We hear the gun fire twice and then people scream, Megamind included. Roxanne slaps her forehead and walks calmly through the wall. There are 2 glowing and smoking blue cubes on the floor. Close to them there's a can of beer. Megamind's breathing into a paper bag very fast next to Minion. He pops it. Minion, who's holding more bags, gives him a new one. Miss Ritchie, would you mind? while pointing at the cubes with his head. There's water glasses on the table. She nods and pats Megamind on the shoulder with a faint smile while walking away. Surprise! There's a stack of open boxes and teared wrapping paper around Megamind. I never imagined this birthday day celebrations would be this fun. He's holding a small box next to his ear and shaking it. He opens it very fast. It's his logo cast in metal and painted gold. I figure it's about time you start looking the part of a hero, says the warden of his former home, the prison. I've tried, it's just, I look so good in black leather, but thanks, he says, raising the token. Who's next? Me, says Roxanne, and mine's double. She holds out 2 boxes. Megamind's about to grab both, but she moves the bigger package towards Minion. But this one is for you. I figured you guys can share a birthday. We are not even using the day you came to the world, but the one you came to ours. Minion is ecstatic and he has a sweet smile across his face. Thank you, my lady. Megamind looks a bit uncomfortable, but smiles and tries to hide it. I guess she's right. Happy birthday day, old pal. Happy birthday to you too, sir. Minion's gift is a diving helmet decoration for an aquarium. I love it, thank you. Megamind's an orange tie. A man holding a camera strapped to his neck says, there's an extra box. It's decorated with a huge blue ribbon. There's a letter on it that reads, from your biggest fan. It's not written, but put together with individual letters from newspaper clippings. It also contains images of Megamind being a hero cut into the shape of a heart. Megamind gets excited and wants to open the present right away, but everybody screams, wait! What's the matter? Don't you think this is a little suspicious, sir? Like something we would have sent Metroman a few years ago? Megamind gives it a thought. The photographer says, I say you open it. Everyone looks at him frowning. We cut to them hilariously inspecting the gift with various sciencey tech. pH test, a thermometer, a radiation meter, until we see an x-ray of the box. It's a puzzle. Told you, says the photographer. Only my greatest fan would know I like the extra brain exercise. Roxanne looks at his giant head. Right. He breaks the packaging to reveal a completely purple box. He's pulling the lid off. Don't be intimidated by my pattern recognition superiority. I'm sure you'll all be very valuable in putting it together. He empties the box on the table. There are only 2 different colors of pieces visible. Purple and a redder hue of the same color. Oh, this is an easy one, he says, clearly meaning the opposite. He grabs 2 purple pieces at random and tries to join them together in every possible way. They don't fit. And now we know these 2 don't go together. He keeps one of the pieces and tries to fit it to a third. Do we know how many pieces this has? Minion is holding the lid of the box. 1,000, sir. How about we leave it for now? We don't want to finish it the day I got it. Where will the fun in that be? Everyone agrees and is happy about it. Thank God, Roxanne says and gives him a kiss on the cheek. She holds his hand and everybody stands up and goes to the kitchen. Everyone except Minion. He takes the box and starts putting all the pieces into it, but then he notices something. Amongst the sea of purple, there are very few yellow pieces. He looks back at Megamind. He's dancing with Roxanne. He looks for more yellow pieces. There's quite a few. He puts them all together. It's a symmetrical image. 2 horizontal almond shapes. A pair of eyes. Minion smiles at them. He did a great job. He puts his little contribution carefully at the bottom of the box and starts piling the loose pieces next to them. The camera moves downwards closer to the yellow patch while he does this. The eyes blink. Minion puts the final group of pieces in and closes the box. He's carrying it away when his wristwatch begins to vibrate. Oh, sir! During the live transmission of tonight's event, they say that replay your highlights, or should I say Metroman's highlights? It doesn't matter. It should be on in just a minute. What are we waiting for? Put it on! There's only a tiny screen, but Minion puts a giant magnifying glass over it so that everyone's able to see. We're watching all battles between Megamind and Metroman. There's film grain covering the screen. They're both younger and less experienced. Megamind aims an earlier prototype of his dehydration gun at Metroman. Each time he fires, it's like the hero teleports away from the beam, just barely. He's mocking him. A text interrupts the transmission. Breaking news. An important new development and the most important ongoing trial of the last few years. Hal Jordan versus the citizens of Metro City. The biggest argument in favor of house freedom may have just been proven now. The man's been alleging that the whole disaster was orchestrated by the then criminal Megamind. We cut to a shot of Hal in court, wearing an orange prison jumpsuit. I've told you a million times already. He made me do it. He pretended to be my space dad and convinced me of doing this whole thing. He even gave me the suit, my name and my powers. Without conclusive evidence to prove any of these allegations, Hal, also briefly known as the superpowered Titan, has remained imprisoned in the highest security cell of the city, despite him not displaying any sign of having superpowers still. But earlier tonight we received new footage that seems to support his claims. We see the shot from the beginning, Hal receiving his powers outside of Megamind's lair. He, Minion, and Roxanne immediately recognize the footage. No, you deleted that, he says while looking at Minion. From every server and backup we have, sir. At this, Megamind's been walking towards the screen. In case anyone doubts of the veracity of the footage, we've been sent 20 different angles of the same scene. Despite his continued support to this network, we refrain from further comments until Megamind gives a public response. We see Megamind's head amplified by the magnifier. An enormous teardrop has formed in each one of his eyes. And I'm gonna leave it at this, because it was only meant to be a week-long project, and doing this was already hard enough. I have more ideas for the rest of the story. If this video does really well, I'm gonna continue putting out the rest of my version of Megamind 2. Sharing the video is the best way to make it grow and support me as well. If you don't know what's going on, I'm doing this weekly creative projects based on movies I watch. For this one, I watched bad sequels, and I wanted to rewrite either this one or Atlantis 2, and you guys voted for this one. Next week, I'm gonna be using Adam Sandler's film 50 First Dates and turning characters from that movie into animated characters. If you want to watch that, I'll be live here and on Twitch. And I'll also make a video like this one. If you want to take part in the decision making of which projects I'm gonna make, you can do that here on my post tab or on my Instagram or TikTok. For next week, the decision is between designing backgrounds or props based on Bicentennial Man, a movie by Chris Columbus. That was the theme this week. I did a ton of research for this. I have some video ideas, but yeah, if this one doesn't do well, I'm not gonna do those probably. I'm gonna keep concentrating on the other thing I'm doing. Thank you for watching. See ya!